Hello, beautiful, blessed souls. Welcome to Brainy Twin Gemini. If you're new, welcome. I first and foremost want to thank you all so much for your love, your likes, your comments, your subs, the sense of the community on our channel. It truly warms my heart, and I love you all so much. I'm very different. I channel all the energy in my journal, and I just absorb the energy like a sponge. And I'm delivered signs and syncs every single day, and I firmly believe these signs, syncs, messages, energy, mostly energy, are messages that I need to deliver to you. We're on a mission to dismantle and debunk the myths out there and untruths and come to you with the truth. And yeah, so today I've done something a little bit different. Like I said, the energy always matches the cards. And I usually do the cards just strictly out of entertainment and pictorial purposes. But today I'm just going to deliver the message with the cards already coming out. So I primarily do masculine energy. I channel masculine energy. And I do what's kind of in the heart space as of the moment. We live in the moment. And if the masculine could say anything to the feminine energy, what would it be as of the moment? Everything's always in the moment and the overall energy of this beautiful, beautiful love connection. So one thing that was really, and I don't know how this stuff comes to me, I'll be sitting there and I'll be channeling, and the word spying came for like right within the energy flow. And the masculine energy is spying on the feminine energy right now via social media, driving past the house. They're curious as to what the feminine is doing, so they're actually spying. And you may actually feel like someone is watching you, but they're definitely spying. They're going through a Kundalini activation, and it's confusing for them. And they're healing as part of the Kundalini. Some of you may be feeling mostly masculine, very, very lethargic, tired. And that's when the Kundalini happens. It's like a flu-like ascension flu. And if you're not new to the channel, you'll know what I'm talking about. I spoke of this a few years ago. It's rather uncomfortable, and they're going through this Kundalini awakening. And I feel this energy, and it's been so prevalent that the heart chakras for both twins are aligning. So I'm not sure if some of you are listening to that heart chakra activation meditation video I put out, I believe last week. I feel these tremors, and it's like your body's trembling from the inside out. It's inner trembling, if that makes any sense, and it's been going on for days. So if that's occurring, that's amazing. You are doing the work in your Kundalini and clearing those chakras. And yeah, just listen to the meditation videos. It's extremely important. The masculine energy in their heart space is feeling that you're a miracle, and this love is a miracle, and everything about what you shared is a miracle. And you came into their life at the most perfect time, because they're going through some uncomfortable stages in their life right now. And if any of them are in karmic partnerships, they're exploding and they're not healthy. And there's, and I don't know who this is for. What resonates, what doesn't. Strong addiction, drug abuse primarily, and some, I don't even know why this is coming to me right now, are like drug dealers or something. I don't know how or why this comes, but you came in and you rattled them, and they're waking up and they're actually doing what's good by them. As they awaken and go clear through their chakras and they heal, these epiphanies come and they remove these karmic poisons from their life, and it's beautiful. And I love it all so much. They're confused, and right now, because this is a forced spiritual awakening and it resonates with Kundalini, they also know that you are a past life connection, and they're having dreams of this past life connection, but they know it's a past life connection, and it's beautiful. And when you met, there was instant soul recognition, and their soul is in shock. And that's likely because when you come together, if this truly is your twin, you do have that soul shock, and it's soul recognition. And why is that? Because you've been navigating, I don't know, eternity, I want to say, and this is a past life connection, and it's almost like seeing a ghost, if that makes any sense. And they're just really trying hard to find themselves at this moment. So they're doing great. They're healing. There's a little bit of spine going on. You may feel that feminine energy. And I want to reiterate, it's just energy. It's don't fall into that trap of masculine and feminine labels. Please look at those traps. It will truly help you if you want to navigate to each other, because there's a lot of traps out there that we get caught in, this rabbit hole or this black hole. So if they could say anything to the beautiful feminine, what would it be? And right now, what's in their heart space and in their, is regret, deep regret on the way things ended. And some of it did not end well. And feminine energy, you felt as though your heart was ripped out and stomped on. But the masculine energy has regret, deep regret and confusion. But they know that you are their true love, and that they've never met anyone like you. Even if you're in physical separation, you're energetically aligned, and they feel exactly the same as what you do. And sometimes when that physical separation occurs, it's not nice. And they know though, and they view you as an angel, and you have protection. The twin flame dynamic is a beautiful miracle, and you are always protected divinely by God. And it's beautiful. And they're just wanting to let you know that they love you to infinity. They're ascending to higher consciousness, and as they're ascending, they are struggling with ego, and primarily with regret and confusion. And they're struggling, but at some point, as they get further into the chakra and the kundalini, they will disintegrate that ego. And they want you to know that they're ascending to higher consciousness. And that is exactly what an awakening is, and kundalini. And you may be feeling some, like I said, fluish ascension flu, like sore body aches. That's part of your chakra clearing. So that's what they want to say to you. The overall energy for both twins is one twin. Primarily, I feel it's feminine energy, and this is completely natural. You feel it's one-sided. That you're the only one feeling this way. And that's why what I said earlier is they do feel the same. Believe me, they do. When I speak with my twin, we're in physical reunion. We were in a physical separation. When we spoke of this, when we came back in together, it was crazy how he was feeling all of these things. And I truly thought it was one-sided, because there was zero contact for us for a year and a half. A lot of people say that's not a long separation. It depends on when your soul is ready to graduate and come into each other. And, it's not one-sided. So if you're feeling some tough energy, some bad energy, go out and ground that energy. Specifically, I was saying this weekend, if you can and you still have time today, just go, sit on a rock, hug a tree, put your feet in the grass if you can, put your hands on and believe me, it truly does ground your energy. If you have negative energy, it's almost instantaneous when you touch the ground with bare feet or your bare hands. And forgiveness, I feel, again, what resonates, what doesn't. I feel like there's some anger, and that is a result of this one-sided. And what I'm hearing is, I'm done with this bullshit and I can't take these crumbs anymore. It's part of the journey. Don't beat yourself up. It's nearly impossible to stop loving your twin, but you can go through these cycles, and it's a roller coaster ride of emotion. It's not this fairy tale that, people make it out to be. And the one thing you have to do is forgive. Forgive oneself primarily. And it's one of the most important things to do is to forgive yourself, in turn forgive others. And many of you are finding your creative side, and your creativity is peaking, and your twin invoked that creativity within. Follow the creative voice in your heart. It's very important to find your soul purpose. And when sometimes this sounds, when you're in dark moments, that's sometimes when your creativity peaks the most. So listen to that creative voice. It's very important. And again, it's difficult for me too. It is difficult for the masculine energy. It's difficult for the feminine energy. Both energies need to understand that. This is a journey of a spiritual awakening. But they do, you both view each other as best friends. And this keeps coming up. And that's likely because you are best friends. You share very many similar interests: movies, books, music. You just flow together effortlessly, and it's beautiful. And again, you both have some unsettling in the soul right now. And I believe it's more so masculine energy. They're terrified. And they're actually a mess, because as they ascend, awaken, and shed their ego and all the karmic cycles that don't fulfill their souls, it's frightening, because it's not voluntary, it's forced, and you just kind of navigate naturally, and you know what you're meant to do, but it's scary as hell. So that's the message I have in terms of twin flame. And I did some other messages, and I have yin and yang energy here, and it's the number 22, if that means anything. Yin and yang energy, it represents masculine and feminine energy, and we are meant to restore each other's energy flow and have a harmonious balance of feminine and masculine energy. And one question I get the most is, how do you differentiate between the two? Check out that video. It describes masculine and feminine energy to a T, and it also describes shadow energy, and that's the energy that you likely need to balance within yourself. So check it out. It's very descriptive. I have the feminine energy is overthinking, and they're letting their mind be the nemesis, and it's the infection right now to your soul. Overthinking, thinking of what the masculine's doing, thinking of separation, just thinking. Just navigate with the voice of your heart and unconditional love, and meditate unconditional love, and get to a place where you free the poison of your mind. So it's beautiful. And I also feel, and I've been feeling this so prevalently in the energy, this universal energy of twin souls, twin flames, however you resonate, there's action. There's action coming. The masculine energy is planning on communicating and taking action. It's coming. That alignment, that balance, all of it is coming. And as it's as they ascend and their kundalini and all of it, it's all preparation. You can't, when you come together, your primary purpose is to awaken. And if that is occurring, then if you want physical reunion, that is why you separate, is to do all this healing work and shadow work and inner child work. And it's grueling, it's tough, but the end is victory. And at the end also too, as you navigate further in your journey, you begin to realize that you don't need soul, like you don't need physical reunion, because you know that your souls are one, and the physical union just seems to diminish over time. It is difficult, it's tough. I know, I went through it. It brings you to your knees, but there is action manifesting in the universe right now, and it's beautiful, and I love it so much. And please share your stories. I know a lot of you share them via email. Share them in the comments. We'd love to hear your stories. You know, sometimes too, you can undergo more than one separation. It's not just like you come together and then you're together in harmonious bliss. If the soul work is not complete and the cycles aren't complete, then you can separate a multitude of times before you come into that harmonious balance of each other. It's tough sometimes for twins, because there is intense triggers, and these triggers that we manifest within each other, they can be pretty tough, and there can be some pretty explosive blow-ups, but nothing ever physical. It's just that I want to say inner demon, the ego, wants to resurrect, and if it keeps resurrecting, then you're not healed, because you're meant to live free of ego. Ego is very complex too, and I'm going to be doing a video specifically on shedding the ego and how to stay in that positive heart space, because it's one of the most difficult elements of this journey to overcome. So that's what I have for you. I have one last parting beautiful message for you, and it's try to look at things more from a feeling level. What is your heart saying? If you look purely through logic, you will always get to a point where it seems to make no sense. True wisdom and understanding reside in the heart. When you are in your heart space, that's when the inner wisdom comes, your inner guide, when you operate with the voice of the heart instead of the nemesis of the mind. So that's all I have for you, folks. Again, thank you so much for the likes, the comments, the subs, and if this resonates, kindly like and hit the notification bell and sub. It truly does help. Have a great day, folks.